Happy Chainsaw Man Day! We're back yet again for some more La Reaction. I am the host, Thabreakmaster, and this is Chainsaw Man Chapter 216. We're gonna get into this whole thing. Welcome in, Desto. I appreciate you being in here. Yes, little earlier start time because I said I got time to do it, so let's go ahead and do it. Like, we in here. We in here now, alright? So you already know. If you haven't read the chapter, react with me. Go over to Center Jump. It's free over there. Read it with me. If you already read it, sit back, relax, enjoy my reaction, and then we can get into the whole discussion portion of this chapter. So, yeah, easy, right? It's as simple as that. Also, I got a ring on my freaking phone again. Makes it easier for me to actually, hold this phone and not drop it and stuff like that. I should have had this a long time ago. I should have put this on here, but I didn't do it. But now we're here. That's besides the point. Hope you're doing well, though, Desto. Chainsaw Man, Chapter 216. Yearning. Interesting. Okay, so that's why I put Family Ties, the title. Because, because, like, I think you wouldn't care about the family like that. But, there's also an Asa perspective. We were just talking about Asa and how her family was and how her mother died and everything like that. So I feel like this has some kind of correlation with that. I'm under the impression. At least that's the thought process I have here. So we'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Jason, what? Hey! Oh, wait, whoa, where's everybody? Wait a minute. Is that Bucky on the ground? Has Bucky reappeared? Is Bucky actually here? Is this, because like this, I see a chicken on the ground. Is this freaking Bucky? He actually finally made an appearance after all this time. Everybody's been talking about how he's going to be coming back. They're talking about how he's going to be able to save awesome Mitaka. You see this bird dead on the ground, all right? Ain't nothing like that going on here. But that's freaking, it's epic. Look, you all right? He's here, baby. How you doing, Angela? Welcome in. Yeah, I am early. Look, I had the time to do it, so that's why I'm doing it. So let's go. Oh, okay, we're back in present time, not in that little space pocket of the mind, and we're seeing Yoru's body fall apart. Chainsaw Man kind of coming, he's kind of falling apart too. Like he took damage as well. He took damage as well. Just a return to the king. I can't. She's still smiling too. That's very creepy. Wait, what? Wait, so she just wait. What? That took about 4 or 5 human lives. She got a contract similar to freaking but who did she contract? Like who we got contracts with? What are we doing here? What is going on here? Interesting. Okay, got a Manga contract right here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Interesting. I made a contract with the governor of California. That's out of all the people, Fujimoto. What? You know, I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm not gonna get into all that. That's just very funny to me. That is very funny to me. I mean, maybe on the perception of what the people thought he was. That's funny. Okay. Phone. What are you doing? Why you mean I can't use my fingerprint? Stop being stupid. What are you doing? Like, it's a Manga power up. Yes, it is. That's also true too. Actually, it's at that time. Even then, that's still funny. Cause him, like, what? How you know about that? That's still interesting that they decided to go to that state out of all states. Like, really? All right. In exchange for me not attacking California, the citizens of California will shoulder the burden of my deaths. That's insane. It was a good thing I don't live in California. Woo! Wait, stop. California has a population of 32 million. How many more times are you going to kill me, Chainsaw Man? Well, you gotta have to find a different way. Hey, look, you're gonna have to eat her. Just like you did Makima, you're gonna have to eat this girl. At this point, the way she acting, you just gotta do it. It is what it is, man. Look, she out here acting too uppy, too uppity. Go get her. Said, yeah. It's in the 90s. It's in the 90s. You're right. I mean, again, it still applies what I was saying here, because like really, out of all the states you could choose, you choose California. Out of all, like really. To me, Accident Devil Oh boy, wait a minute. Um, okay, so she did do this. The thing in the sky, that's all her. So you're telling me this is just like her pocket dimension in a way where she can summon all her friends, all the allies that she has from one of these doors. Interesting. An accident devil at all things too. That's very funny. That's also it's uber funny given that this is Yoru Asami. This is Asami Taka's body that Yoru's controlling. You know how many accidents that Asa's been going through? That is actually so ironic. It's like interesting choice of a devil right now out of all the devils we're choosing here. And we do the chainsaw whip. Look, so much going on here in this one panel. Actually, this is very interesting. I like this. You're gonna see this. The heck is up with the face? That looks freaking weird. And, excuse me? That's a lot of damage. That's a lot. He got incinerated. Interesting. Okay. Wow. All right then. She's kind of OP. She's accidental, probably pretty strong just from. Yeah, exactly. Just from Asa alone. Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, but okay, he's back up. Wait, interesting. Wait. So wait. Hold on a minute. Wait. Because like that was a real hit, right? Because unless he took some blood, how did he regenerate so fast? Because he's back to his regular form. Unless does he not need blood? I thought that's what he needed to be able to regenerate. I remember he had a whole little bit that he's like, like send blood so he can like get back up, right? Like there was a whole thing. So like, did he actually eat somebody? I'm confused on this little portion here. That's just something I've noticed. I don't know if there's something that will explain that later, but we'll see what happens here. They're still fighting. They're still going in. They're going to town right now, and you got people, civilians, as per usual, in the back, about to get bopped up. Yep, they bopped up. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, Chainsaw did try to attack, but that's more people dying in California. Just so you know, all right? Yeah, we have a bye week. Of course we do. He has to do it at some point. The bi-weekly devil has to strike at some point, all right? But god dang. Okay, so we're back over here now on Asa's perspective. She's running towards somebody. And it's like, wait! Hey! Wait! Mom! And that is mother. That is mother. That's actually insane. Like this. First off, like what does the father look like? I'm sorry. Like, what does the father look like? Because I'm looking at the chat right now, and like, like her mom looks exactly like her. Like she's like to a T. There's literally no different. Like, where is the father's genes in this party here? Because I feel like they were just not there. They're not visible. Like, what's going on here? But I will say, look, is she not nice? Is she not nice? All right, that's just adult Asa. It's like what? There's literally zero difference. Like this actually. See, at one point you think, oh, it's mom. You could actually even say, because what if this is a twist? We might think it's mom, right? But then kind of find out it's actually just adult Asa. Actually, for all we know, it could be just like later version of her. For all we know, like, if Pokemon could like switch up on us and be like, this is you in the future. That could be the possibility that you could have. Bada bada boom. But I doubt that's the case here. I know I'm just throwing things out there. But yeah, look, the heck. To the West Coast, like seriously though, it's like, bro, like really, why California? Again, the commentary on that is hilarious. But again, that's still had to bring that up to me. It's not at this particular time frame because we're in the 90s. We're in the 90s, so it's Arnold that's actually the governor at the time. Even then, that's still pretty funny because, like, again, why California out of all states that you decided to choose this for? But all right, man. Look, gay time travel, awesome. I'm just saying, the fact that she looked exactly like her, like, come on now. They gotta do a little something different. There's Ghost Tag. I was looking for you. Because, like, my brother, Bucky made an appearance. He's finally here. He's finally here. He's on the ground over there, but he's here, though, all right? She looks hotter. I should hope. I should hope. Also, welcome in, Secret Doves. That's why they pulled his cord while... that's true. Yeah. No, you're right. But even then, it's like... If that's all he needed to do, why didn't he do it before? Like, does that do something to him, Fujimoto? Because, like, remember before, he was literally asking for blood at one point because he was trying to build himself back up and he didn't want to eat people to try to, like, get himself back together. Remember that time? There was a whole thing about this whole bit. So, like, if you can just pull the ripcord and be good, I don't know why he didn't just do that from the beginning. Like, I don't really understand what the process here is. That's what's confusing me. Maybe I'm like overthinking it, but I don't know. That's why I gotta ask these questions because I'm wondering what's going on here. And she also looks different from the way Fujimoto drew her before. So what if this is actually signifying your sort of future? Like I said, this is why I'm not 100% sold that this could be the mother potentially, only because this is Fujimoto we're talking about. This is Fujimoto. We got to remember, like, Fujimoto don't just give us something like that's straightforward in our face all the time. That don't usually happen. There could be something more to this, like we're all like discussing here right now. That's why I'm like, even though you actually look, Angelo, watch yourself with the spoilers, man. Look, we're doing a live reaction. This is why I forego looking at comments sometimes to get through the chapter so we can talk about it. But unfortunately, I kind of already like try to not run into these things, but my freaking Twitter feed was disgusting. So I saw something, but I was like, I'm gonna ignore that. I don't know the context. I don't know what's going on. So I was just like, I ain't even gonna pay attention to that. That's if that's what that was. I see now that is what it is, but still, right? It is what it is. I checked the manga and he appearance does not look nearly as hot. What? Yours suffers a chainsaw whip. It's a metaphor to Yoru dominating Pochita with a whip made for chainsaw dogs. Interesting. I mean, didn't this move also happen at some point? I feel like Chainsaw Man whip was like a thing or whip move that she used before too, but that could also be the metaphor for that as well. This whole thing is very metaphorical. I'm just saying, like the fact that again it's the accident devil out of all things here that she's utilizing to assist with this fight. It's quite interesting given that, again, Asa is accident prone to death. I'm surprised she didn't trip in her freaking little like zone that she's in right now. So it's just, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yoru's nukes are going to be the grand finale. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, the fact is, these doors is what I thought they were. Pockets to hell that she has access to and is able to just bring about anyone from hell. I guess that's an ally to her. That is a weapon to her free to use, right? That's ridiculous. That is really busted of an ability that she actually has here. It's similar to death, but I feel like this is on a further scale here, given that I feel like, again, she has access to a lot, apparently. There's a lot of doors up there in the sky. She has access to a lot of it. So I don't know what other devils we're actually going to be able to see here. But I can say this much. We were discussing before how up there could have been some form of like primordial devils, things of that nature. I don't think that's what this is, as we're seeing now. I think this is just like saying people that are allies to her, weapons that are like, because she's the mother. Another metaphor, by the way, because she is the mother of weapons in a way, because she is war. So as we know from like the swords and the atomic bomb devil, like those are all her children. So for all we know, these are going to be all her children in these doors here. Accident devil could be a part of that same situation. This could also go even further into the idea that Dessa was talking about, that Yoru is kind of usurping in a way, like Asa's like life in a way, like that's like when it comes to the mother and all that, because like with this we're seeing up here, she's taking hold of the accident devil out of all things. That's not a weapon that shouldn't even be a weapon. That shouldn't be a devil she could actually access like that. But knowing Asa, that makes a lot more sense given that context. So I'm just saying they kind of go hand in hand a little bit here. Yeah, honestly, it really does, bro. I'm so tired. But anytime a woman comes by, they say, "Oh yeah, time to get thirsty." Ooh, like it's so bad. It's the worst thing. When Fumiko hit the scene, I saw so much freaking fan art of Fumiko. It was disgusting. I was like, you got to be kidding me. She was only there for like a freaking like 2 pages, and everyone was like, "Ooh, I know she's gotta be super important. That's my dummy memory." Like it was bad. It was terrible. All right, like guys. Go touch some grass or something, guys. Like, come on now. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, to use for beams. Okay, this chapter made me realize that Asa is gonna get destroyed on the next chapter. Wait, the next chapter? Well, hold on, buddy. What? Her mom does not look happy. This mirrors when Makima told Denji about his father. True. I mean, if you want, if this is literally Asa's mom, right? Like, why would she be happy? She dead, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Interesting nod. Asa's mom is on light at the beginning and but darkness at the end to show what's to come. Then you're shown on the light in this sense as a kid, and also darkness for sadness. Yeah, that's also true. That's also a nice little call right there, Go Sav. You made a good point. Ooga booga. Welcome in. Back in the part of the doors in the sky was the darkness devil, which is strange. Why different now? Very confusing. I mean, she could have took hold of that too. We don't know the scale of which, like, Yoru's power works here at this point, right? She's in a totally different league than what we known of her. She's not the same. Excuse me. She's not the same as we once knew. She is busted. She is so freaking busted right now. So I don't know, like, what's going on with that. Be honest with you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Get out of here with that. Another thing, Asa stepping on Bucky is Asa misremembering how her mom died. Instead of Asa's mom saving her, it was Asa who pushed her mom to save herself or walking over her instead of saving her. Interesting. I do feel like that Bucky moment, the fact that there's a chicken there's some relevance to that, which is why I think there's a reason why he put that there. And why Bucky was even a prominent thing to begin with, because you might be right, Gosab. You might be right in that. Because there's something with that, obviously. And I think Bucky does serve a stronger purpose than what we realize. Remember that one random fiend that had like 3 panels of screen time? That's all it takes, bro. You something why we can do for next week. Look, Yoru strong. Yoru say you taking a break. Cause I don't like y'all reading what I'm about to do next. Alright, God. Here's Dinky's mom never died and she ran away with some guy, so Asa and Dinky. Well, wait, huh? Wait, it was related. Based on fire functional laws. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Hold on a second. Hey, like, Ghost Hat was pull back. Yeah, I feel like you're going somewhere we don't need to go to. Look, like, Chainsaw Man is popular. If we do this in Chainsaw Man, I don't know how the popularity is going to be in this freaking manga. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that theory. I'm gonna leave that one in the cooler. All right, we ain't defrosting that one. I don't know about that. Like, what? So my theory is also is gonna remember the relationship with her mom being fucked up, and that will like break her mindset open. Possibly. I mean, again, like Ghost Sap just said, like, when it comes to the mom here, she doesn't seem very happy. Like, there could be a bombshell that's about to be dropped here, and that's going to be something that's going to open her mind, open her sixth eye to be able to realize that, you know what? Life is trash. And you know what? She might even lean into the Yoru aspects and just never be seen again. Who knows? This could be the end of Asa Mitaka as we know it. And I don't want that to be the case, though. Asa Mitaka is freaking goated. And besides, also, there was an interview, I think not that long ago, that Fujimoto was talking about, because people ask a question about this guy now, that when it comes to the part 2, they were asking why, like, Asa Mitaka, and the reason for Asa Mitaka was to have a perspective that's outside of Denki. You wanted to see what that perspective was that we're seeing here. That's why Asa Mitaka was created. So, with that being said, it's like, are we really gonna forego that possibility? But at the same time, it's not as though we're really even seeing Denji anymore, because we're seeing Puchita right now. He is the vehicle driving the body at the moment, right? He's I'm the captain now. So he's kind of doing his own thing. So I don't know. I just really hope Asa can survive through this. I've been saying this for the longest time, but I really don't think she's gonna survive this whole freaking part 2. She's gonna die, but I just hope she can do something epic before that happens or something, or she can find a way out. I don't know. We'll see what happens, god dang it. So, Fujimoto keeps making Yoru look more and more than, yeah, like more like Makima. I'm assuming what you're saying here, because yeah, it's. I mean, that's kind of the parallel with all the sisters in some way, shape, or form, because they all want some level of control in some way, right? And I think I've said this before. Yoru has a thing about her sisters. I've said this from the beginning of part 2, that there's some type of like rivalry, jealousy. There's a lot of mixed emotions there, and there's a reason why I keep saying this, because way back when that was like even like addressed, like she hates the fact that she can't take control. She doesn't like being weak. You know what I mean? Like it's part of her character traits and stuff like that. So I think when she saw how Makima was, she was jealous of that. She wants that. Which is why all these parallels are happening in the first place, of how she was even controlling Denji, right? Doing something similar, but going even further beyond, as opposed, as you saw, they're the white sauce, right? Like we out here, she's doing way more than what freaking Makima was ever trying to do. Makima understood subtlety and the control of which to try to reward somebody for their actions, as opposed to already getting the reward and getting them like satisfied and more satisfaction for getting those rewards, right? Because you know what I mean? Like there's a different way of control that Makima and Yoru have here, but they parallel each other very, very well. And honestly, again, why would you not do the same thing with a contract? Like if you could just not die, why not do the same Makima contract? Like, what are we talking about here? like, come on now. I feel like any devil would want to take that. I'm just saying. Also, mom is literally built like a normal woman. Nothing crazy. And people are, I don't look. She don't look bad. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, she's a twig or something. No, she don't look bad. But like you said, she's a normal woman. But that's all it took. That's all it takes. The fan base is that thirsty. You know, see, this is part of the reason. This is going off of the, going off in the manga a little bit here. But this is part of the reason why I'm a little concerned about going to the movie theaters right when Chainsaw Man comes out over here. Only because I don't want nothing weird happening, We already had an incident from Demon Slayer over where I live, right? The freaking dude peeing and crap like that. Look, I ain't trying to get into no bull crap, right? I'm trying to avoid this type of stuff. So, like, I don't know about this, man. I'm concerned of my viewing experience going to the theaters to watch freaking Chainsaw Man. I'm going to still do it. I just hope nothing like that happens. Because, I will say this. If it does happen, it's going to be a great video. It's going to be a great video, guys. Because, like I already told you, I'm going to make a video showing my reactions and things of that nature to the Chainsaw Man movie. Like we're going to be doing that. But I just hope that doesn't happen. So back to the freaking chapter, though. It's like, I need to throw it out there real quick. So I ain't trying to deal with that. So looks like, huh? Big cake. I also remember, huh? What? You can't just say that, Ghost Sav, and just like sidestep that. What? I also remember her mom younger and hotter than, oh my God. I checked her mom in the manga before. She's not nearly as hot. This is why I wonder if that's really her mom or not, though. That's why I wonder, because I don't know. She's making Yoru look more and more like Makima. Come here, right? All right, let me see. There's something called pecking party when chickens peck wounded chickens to death when they are wounded. Wait, so what are you trying to get at with that? Is he one of the best so far? Yeah, I'll give it that. They pull that to us. I'll drop this manga. Like I said, I don't know about that. All right, so I go. Yeah, he needs to stop cooking. He needs to stop cooking a little bit. All right, get that off the stove, bro. Literally, you gotta step in. Pause. This is going to be a very long fight. Pause. Like that whole sentence was terrible. Can you rewrite that? Let me stop. It's Ghost Sav's fault, by the way. All right. His sibling is confirmed. Popularity will soar and reason move. No, not. What are you talking about? All right, buddy. it's like I can't. If we go back to chapter 98, also says she wished to live selfishly. I think Mama Mitaka. I'm gonna say Mommy Makima. Mama Mitaka. I don't know why it's hard to say that. Mama Mitaka. There it is. Death is involved. Also being selfish. Maybe that alleyway is tied. Interesting. And so her actually nonchalantly stepping over or even stepping on Bucky's body could honestly be like a precursor to that. That she is moving selfishly. Like, Denji's right there, but she's not even thinking about him at all in any which way. She's only selfishly going to where she wants to go, and Denji's just following. You might be onto something. Because, yeah, you got a point there. That was something that was brought up in chapter 98. Literally the start of this entire part 2. I forgot about that detail. I think you might be onto something here. That might be what's going on here. That's a high chance of that. So, remember, we had made 20 million USD after 2 weeks. Wait, excuse me? Wait, excuse me, really? Also, mom saying a very similar pose that was actually true. Very true. Yeah. Actually, isn't there like a cover? Wait, is there like a cover for this? Hold on a second. 'Cause now you got me wondering. Because that pose is actually super familiar. You got a point there. Hold on, I gotta see something. Oh, that's not it. I don't think she's okay. She's not on that one. Never mind. It's not a cover. I don't think so. But yeah, that pose is super familiar. I mean, that's how Makima be standing. I had to check something real quick. I thought maybe there was like something else going on here. Cause that pose is very similar, and even the way she's looking is very similar to that whole like structure and that pose and everything here. So I'm curious. I mean, hold on. Let me look at her eyes. Now you got me wondering. I know they're black. Okay, they're black. I thought there's something more to that. It's it's even more interesting. So the more I'm looking at this at the end here, right? If you look at the face, she actually almost looks shocked to see Asa, and then looks like I don't know what that look means. It could mean like disappointment, like some form of sadness. But like if you look at it initially, like her face actually is more shocked that you're seeing here, and then after she sees her, she's looking dead face and like this. So that's interesting too to note. Interesting. Who did the contract first? Because it seems like Yoru's contract was already in place since she revived when nukes appeared. Wait. Oh, are you making the connection of like Yoru already had this contract from way before? Because like if that's the case, we should have seen her get healed like this before, but she's never healed like this. So I'm assuming she must have did this not that long ago. That's my thing. I'm under the impression she got the idea from freaking Makima and was like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do the same thing. Went over to freaking America because she said, I love America, and did what she had to do, and then came back. It's not like she can't do it. I mean, she has doors that can probably go from one place to another. She's teleporting at this point. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a new thing that she has here, as opposed to something that she already had. Because we should have seen that ability from before, if that's the case here. Because there's a part 3, but it's only a continuation of the prophecy. I mean, I feel like if we're getting to part 3, it can't be a continuation of the prophecy. The prophecy has to be done. I don't think that's going to be the case here. If there's a part 3, in my honest opinion. The Fight Club theory is real, that Yoru doesn't exist and is just Asa's other personality. That is funny because Deso was talking about this literally last chapter. Welcome in, by the way. We were literally talking about this last chapter. It's not impossible, but I don't fully subscribe to that theory because I just feel like there's still some lingering holes. I feel like that wouldn't necessarily work in the context of what we are doing within the story. It's not impossible though, because Fujimoto could make that work. I personally don't think that's the case here. I feel like we are doing something else entirely. I would want something else to be like something else to be different. I want Asa to be Taka to be real. Like I don't want her to just be some figment of imagination, right? Like I want her to be her actual person, and I'm hoping that's not the case. But welcome in though. Yoru's contract further proves she has no remorse for humans. Her contract is similar to Makima's, but more lethal because Makima's contract only resulted in accidents or sickness, whereas Yoru. That is also that's very true. Yeah, she's straight up like, no, they're gonna die, suffer even. All right, she was only talking. Yeah, because like again, she was like as crazy as Makima was, and she was bad. I'm not even trying to vouch for her. There was still some level of compassion that's there. She didn't necessarily want people to die in that sense, right? It was for the greater good in her mind, but she wasn't just want people to die left and right. She wants control of the entire situation. She wants to control everything. War doesn't care about that. That's war. War doesn't care about casualties. It's just like we go to war, and death is inevitability. That's literally what the thought process is when it comes to her, and that's why this works perfectly in her personality of what we know of the War Devil here. This works in tandem with her. So that's why there's such a difference here. That makes a lot of sense. Also, sloppy looking mom shows in 102, chapter 102. Wait, why you guys say sloppy though? Why, sir? I'm putting something in the Discord, some info from Twitter. All right, bet that's I'm gonna look at it real here in a second. Then that's what I was doing. Your cake shots. You got the gun, the tank weapons. I mean, yeah. And again, Makima stood like this too. Makima had the same pose. Like, do all the sisters stand like this? Look. Look out, cover 20 is very similar. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there was a cover that looked exactly like this pose. Okay, so I'm not tripping though. I'm not tripping. I'm sitting here like I'm pretty sure that's the case here. Who cares if Alice's mom says children are the prodigy of parent? A property of parents? A prodigy? Yeah, I wish. Property of parents, like you already did during interesting. I mean, that would be so bad. I hope that's not. We don't know how bad her parents. Her mom is. Let me say parents, because we don't know how the father is, right? We don't know how bad her mother is. It's funny that we're all assuming that she's a bad mother. Like, she's a bad parent. Like, I mean, to be fair, when it comes to anime and manga, a lot of the time, you know, these parents, you know, they don't really care about their children. You know, they be having them, but they ain't trying to take care of them. So, I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Because see, also, mom, you didn't say Bucky. Also, so much for getting Esekai checking me out because I'm fine. All right, buddy. Well, we're in the 90s. The chance I'll cook. Wait. What do you mean by that? I was about to say, oh, dang, maybe you're right, but no, hold on a second. Look, I was born in the 90s. What do you mean by that? Should have died before that moment, though. I mean, well, yeah, she's always took damage, but she never actually fully, like, she never got her head cut off, for instance. That is true. But I mean, it still brings the question. Well, I guess it probably only applies when she dies, then, right? Okay, maybe you could be. It's not impossible. You could be right. You could be right. You have a point there. You might be right there. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because, yeah, she's never actually died. She's only took damage. And I guess that ability doesn't revive. Like, you don't heal from the damage you were taking. Only when you die is when the thing comes in. Which, I guess in some ways that would make sense. Maybe that's why she wasn't so afraid of fighting against the Falling Devil, for instance, right? When she wanted to test her might and she lost, like immediately. Got mollywopped in like 2.2 seconds. I think that's why she didn't think like that. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe this was actually the War Devil's whole situation first. Makima saw that and then improved upon it. Maybe. That will only heighten the idea that I'm having that Yoru has a problem with her sisters. The fact that, because if basically what you're saying, that would mean Makima copied Yoru, and Yoru would not like that. He's like, how dare you like, how dare you copy me? So I can see that being the case here. You might be onto something. I had to think about it for a second. You might be right. You might be right. Unless Summer Pockets has changed some man child didn't disappoint. I haven't watched Summer Pockets yet. I just want to throw it out there. I did not watch it. I don't know why I'm watching that show, but I haven't watched it yet. It's the last episode, but I haven't done it. There's no morally characters in it. I mean, you're right. There's no morally good characters out there. I mean, everyone has their own grays. They're in a gray area situation. It's like, there are some people that are pretty bad. You know, like Baron, for instance, right? He's a bad man. He's a bad, like, no one do villains like freaking Fujimoto villains, you know? That guy's a bad man. Togepi percentage flat. I'm just saying, like, it's not even just freaking Togepi. Like, there's a lot of anime that just showcases that they don't have good parents. Their parents are not good. All right? Well, I was making the exact face. She was on Volume 20. Really? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Hold on, man. Look. Volume 20, not 29, 20. Chainsaw Man. Hopefully that works if I just do it like this. Okay, I was right. I was correct. This is exactly the exact pose. Yes. Yeah, that is exactly. Yeah. Get this ad out of here. But yeah, look. Yeah, this is the exact pose I'm talking about. I knew I wasn't tripping. He looking the exact same. That's actually creepy. Now I'm looking at it side by side. What was happening at this time in the manga? Oh, wait, I can see right here, actually. They have the whole thing here, I think. Oh no, that's a lie. Never mind. I don't know what this is. Let me ignore that. I was seeing something else entirely. I was like, ooh, okay, wait a minute. I need to look back at that chapter then. I wonder if there's something to maybe there's something in that particular volume that could be a callback here for the next chapter, next week's chapter, or the week after, anyways. Maybe. Where's, the biggest compassion was concentrated in her one hand. Pause. Now go, Sab, please. Come on, man. God dang it. Why am I reading this, man? Missed your last line phrasing on Monday stream? Right, that's what I meant. Yeah. No. I know what you meant. All right? No pause. All right? Let's get no. Look, I was not feeling that great, and I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna take that day off. Let's reset. I got the background set up. Like, got the Oogie Booga. I have Jack Skellington hung up on here. I don't got Ooga Booga. All right, I don't have him, unfortunately. But you know, it's Halloween time. We're getting to the spooky month. All right, we're going in. It could also be just like a devil's plan that they commonly use to gain power on Earth. I mean, yeah, it could simply be that, but I have a feeling like, regardless of how you want to like, because it could just be spent that way. But Yoru doesn't see it that way. Yoru's like, how you copy me? I'm a sucker for that. Your copy Makima could be that she hit her sister because she wanted for them to love her. You know, a sibling complex. I mean, yeah, possibly. I'm trying to say, like, there could be just some underlying things. If what you're saying actually goes Sav is true, let's go with that idea. If that is true, that could also imply the same idea even for potentially Asa. Maybe that's why they work so well together. Because, as we're seeing, this is supposed to be her mother, right? And what if her mother didn't love her? Like, it could all kind of go culminate in the same way. Like, you know, family ties. I titled my freaking chapter perfectly. Not chapter, the review here perfectly. Family ties. Because it works for Yoru and Asa if that's the case. If it works like that. We just realized that Asa's dad is a berserk. Huh? Really? Okay. So Denji's dad is gonna look like Denji, but with tighter pants. What? I mean, my thing is, I don't even know. Like, will we even see Denji's dad at any point in time? Like, that man, look, he dead. Like, look, Denji did it himself. Right? What are we talking about? Even though it was around the time Asa declared herself as a toxic woman. That only furthers the idea that she could be placing it upon herself to feel that way, but that was a projection towards her mother, actually. That she was actually a toxic woman, but she's confusing that. Because this is Asa Mitaka we're talking about. She has a lot of coping mechanisms that she tends to do to herself. So you know what? God dang it. I think Asa Mitaka's mother might be trash. Also, Lloyd, welcome in. Yeah, we're talking what we think about the reveal. It's interesting. I just don't know if that's truly her mother or not some other version of Asa or what's going on. She said mother, but she could also just be simply wrong. Like, it's not impossible that you say that because, like, even when she said it, if you think about it, looking back at the chapter again, the way she's even looking, she's like, you know what I mean? She also looks kind of uncertain in some way, shape, or form here. So we don't really actually know. She could assume that's her mother, but kind of find out that might not be. All right? You got to think about this. That's why I'm like, I'm not 100% sold that's her mom because, again, she didn't look like this. She's a whole different, she looked way different here. God. Well, Jack Skellington crucified? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Look, he out here, he just wants hugs. He just wants hugs, all right? Also, mom could have recently resented Asa because she could have blamed her for Asa's dad leaving or her daughter look hotter. I'm going to go with the first one. I'm going to go with the first one because that second one is what? All right, because it's not impossible. This goes into the Togepi situation, right? Because like they be correlating these like weird ideas to make themselves hate their own freaking child, and it's like you make no sense. What are you talking about? Like, what is this? And also misremembering how Kain was her mother. Similar, exactly. She could have easily. I mean, again, and this goes back to like trauma in general. When it comes to trauma, especially in Chainsaw Man. Trauma can confuse the mind in thinking, especially when you look back at something, like like your life could have been terrible, right, at a certain period of time, but we tend to remember things and cherry pick things in a certain way to not necessarily remember all the bad things that did happen. It's like getting into a relationship and that relationship was not good for you, but you leave that relationship because you know it wasn't good for you, but then you think back and remember how it was. You remember only the good parts of it, not necessarily the bad parts that make you not want to be with that person. This is why people tend to go back to their exes and stuff like that, because of the things of that they remember the good parts of it, not necessarily the bad parts. This could be something very similar in the sense of like when it comes to Asa, when she remembers her mom, she can only remember the some of the good parts that were there, but not necessarily all the bad parts, because she doesn't really want to unlock that memory because it's not a good memory. Bad memories tend to like be locked up. Like Denji kind of showcases this in a lot of ways when we saw his reveal, right? So it goes hand in hand here. All right. Look back. Check out that thing in the Discord. All right, bet. I mean, let me go to my Discord real quick. You put it in the anime section. Where'd you put it at? Okay, I mean that is not it. I had to check that real quick. Anime. All right, there it is. Oh, it's tiny. What the heck? Yeah, what? Man, she looks completely different. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I really don't know if that's freaking awesome. Like, there's no way. Like, she has the same hairstyle, but holy crap. Like, the face is completely different. Like, what? Yeah, I see it. I got it. I'm looking at it right now. Like what? Says a corpse. War took everything she owns. Interesting. Like, this is like, can I see like better? Let me go to my phone. Let me get on the computer with this, because it is like extra blurry. I'm trying to read the text of it because there's some text on here, but it is not. It's not really visible. I still can't read that. Never mind. I'm gonna do the best I can with this. All right. That's what y'all's mom look. Yeah, she look completely different. It's insane how different she actually looks. It's kind of pixelated, but like you see what I mean. Look, you see that? Like totally different characters. This is not the same person. This only solidifies my thought that this is not Asa's mom. This could be some other version of herself, maybe, potentially. That she could be. You getting confused on here. Or mythos. I literally can't read this. It's like something going on with the owl. There's something with the owl here. I would love to read that, but I can't read this because it's like so. In South Africa, African folklore. Sounds of the grapes who are believed to be the cries of children searching for their lost parents. Oh, really? Search for the lost parents. Interesting. Okay. If Asa can't disconnect from war, she will be erased. To save Asa, Denji erase the name of devils and humans, merge them together. To save Asa, Denji erases the name of devils and humans. I mean, but how would he? My thing is, how would he even do that? That's a grand plan to separate them, and it's not impossible. But at the same time, how would he go about doing that? That's the other question here. So yeah, that post in the Discord is very interesting. That's a very interesting post here. If you're in my Discord, you can see these things. But that's a very interesting post. Dustin, where'd you find this? Look, I can't even enhance it. I try to. It's so blurry. I can't read that section at all. It's so bad. Part 1 explains what happens to Denji's mom and dad, but part 2 only covers her mom. Maybe her dark past covers her dad, and why her mom looks sad at the end. I mean, it could also be that. It could be an abusive father. You don't even know. You don't even know the father. We don't even know the father, right? But yeah, you're right. And there's also whole face. That is not her mom. That's what I'm saying, right? Okay, so I'm like you're thinking the same thing. Because I'm like, that is literally just Asa. This is why I'm thinking the way she's looking. She said, "Mom." Wait, actually, hold on a minute. Out of curiosity. When I go to this chapter, when she said that, no, it's an exclamation point. I thought there was a question mark to it. If there's a question mark to it, that would be even more so of like, she's not certain of what she's saying here. But the owl idea is very interesting. But it also goes into the fact that, again, Yoru is taking everything from her. Maybe she can't even remember her mom's face because Yoru has taken that from her. Like, as she continues to grow further into, like, deeper into this hole, she's having a hard time even remembering what was there for her, potentially. it could always go down that path as well, where she keeps sinking deeper and deeper into this hole. But then that also brings the question of, like, why is Dingy there at a young age though? Because we know the significance of younger Dingy, obviously, but like, what does that signify for her though? Because she's seeing that version of Dingy too right now. So that still brings a question here. It explains that the bird is signifies the death of a loved one. Okay. Bucky's gonna stand from the floor and tell her what really happened. Is gonna exceed her expectations. Terrible. Put yourself in jail, goddamn. He's going to see her appearance in the manga to chapter 2. Okay, I see. 201. Father, she's just wait. Oh my god. No, stop. See, I started thinking about it. No. I don't know. Look, man. I mean, it's not. Well, I mean, no, because like, unless Kishibe decided, dang, I can't get this woman I've been trying to get this entire time. Maybe I can go find a side chick real quick, a side piece that I can release this tension from, and then that's the side piece they found. I mean, I hope not. All right, her daddy Eisen. It's all according to plan. It's all according to plan, because Eisen is the master planner. You already know. All right, I'm gonna actually go back to that particular chapter of 102. You said 102 is the chapter we need to go to, if the site will actually work for me. I pay for you, sir. All right, let me go down. Thank you very much. All right. I actually have access to all this. Oh my god. I see Yuko over here. That's crazy. Oh man, this is beautiful. I haven't seen her in such a freaking long time. It makes me miss her. I hate the fact that I had to look at this. Yeah, and they always trip, and there's all this. Okay, there is that. Okay, yeah, we see it here too. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, she looks like the picture that we saw. Yeah, that's definitely her. This is a much better picture of her. But yeah, we definitely see it. This is awesome. This is definitely Asa's mom. So like, I wonder what's going on here. I really don't think that's her mother. There's something else going on here. Wait, what chapter did we first get Asa running in the alleyway? Actually, what was I just? I mean, she wasn't in the alleyway with this. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I know one of you guys know. All right. Mom says Asa remembers me as a better looking person. Well, as Asa herself. What do you mean? Like, that's like, I don't know how I feel about that, because like, again, that's a spinning image. I'm just glad that we took the time to look back at that, only because like I feel like, especially when I was seeing it on Twitter, no one actually brought this up from what I was seeing, anyways, or not really what I was seeing. I mean, I didn't look that hard actually. That's the thing. I was trying to avoid spoilers and everything. I just saw a picture of a version of Asa, and I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't want to look too hard. I'm wondering what they're talking about on Twitter, if they're actually bringing this up, that this doesn't look like her mom, or if they're just going with the idea outside of just being thirsty. I do wonder about that. But yeah, first saw the alleyway right after Yuko fight. Don't remember the exact chapter, but it's somewhere around the 120s. Okay. So I mean, it's early on though. It's early on, so we just got to look back. Pun intended. We got to look back to see what's going on here. So actually, we have a lot of different theories. I mean, what do you guys think's gonna happen next chapter then? Because I'm still slightly uncertain of where we're even going here. The fight between between Chainsaw Man and Yoru is still ongoing. And it seems like, actually, my thing is, hold on a minute. Because I'm thinking right now, when Chainsaw Man Puchita, right, found out the same contract was done. Well, that contract was done for Makima, right? I don't think he tried to keep killing her, right? Like, he tried to avoid killing her in that sense after the fact, after he knew this, right? I don't remember him just constantly mowing her down. Again, this goes back to what I was talking about with this version of Puchita. It seems as though he's a little more unhinged at, especially trying to stop her. That he's kind of foregoing literal deaths that's happening to the American citizens at the moment, in California in particular. So I do wonder how many more times Puchita, Chainsaw Man, is going to keep doing this, is the thing here. And like I said, the level of power that we're seeing on display right now when it comes to Yoru is kind of disgusting. Like, she's literally, she's up there now. I don't know how we're supposed to stop her. She's a problem. Outside of, obviously, Pochita just eating her altogether. But, I mean, can he get the opportunity to do so? And if he does do that, what happens to Asa, though? That's the other question. And that's what I'm wondering, what's the whole meaning behind what we're seeing right now in this, like, mind state that Asa's in? Like, how much is this going to affect Yoru in the fight? Like, is this going to do something? Is this going to allow Asa to separate? I wonder about this. Because, again, Denji is right there. And for all we know, I know this sounds kind of crazy. This is like a mind thing, I'm assuming. But like I'm saying, this could easily be another dimension that she's technically in, right? And what if they just, what if Asa decides to jump into Denji's mouth and is able to jump out into the real world? And that way, they can be separated. I know that sounds freaking crazy as heck. That sounds so freaking unlikely. But at the same time, I mean, look, who knows? You don't really know the scope of what's even going on Asa's end, to be honest with you. But I'm just throwing it out there. What if that's a possibility? God dang it. Fiction, I think Asa is going to get destroyed with a flashback revealing what really happened. Fully excited to see the buck happen. So, my God. California is a state with the highest population. Being a bum is just a coincidence. I'm just saying though, it's just funny. It's just funny out of all places you choose this one. And I think it's burning. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I feel like that is a weird out there theory, but like you never know. You never know. When it comes to Chainsaw Man, you never know. Okay, like maybe that's why that was shown in the first place, that he has a freaking pocket dimension stomach that allows him to jump out and do things that you normally couldn't do. You know? Like, if you still have a conscience of yourself in some way, you can get yourself out of there. Who knows, man? All right? I'm just throwing out theories. Because I think, like I said, with Ghost Half saying, we're probably going to see some really strong flashback that might highlight what actually happened at that time back then, when, quote-unquote, Asa's mother died. And how she actually felt about that entire situation. Because the Bucky symbolism is real. Bucky might even appear in that thing and like Bucky like, it's your fault. You know, like, you know what I mean? It could be like something along those lines. I could see like, guilt really eating up at her, and then she comes to terms and realizes that she's actually just a selfish person, and maybe she might even be so desperate at a point and think she doesn't deserve to live or something, right? And that's when Yoro just fully takes her over. Maybe. Like I said, I just feel like Asa's not making out of this. Like, I don't think she's getting out of the situation. Like, that is a theory I have with it. And I'm kind of going with you on this, Ghost Half. I feel like, at the end of the day, I think Asa might be cooked. I think she might be done, the way things are going here. I don't think it will be a long flashback because Fujimoto doesn't do that. No, it doesn't have, honestly, it doesn't really have to be. It can be pretty quick of how he actually structures it, and then we kind of get done here. Granted, this is a different type of scenario that they're in right now, so it's not unlikely for him to actually finally do something along those lines for a flashback to be a little bit longer. But I don't even think what I'm saying here is going to be that long either. So I'm going to realize it's okay to be a selfish person, because Denji's going to give her a speech about being selfish together, and that's hopeful. Man, this guy out here talking about hope. he acting like freaking Fujimoto gives us hope. So he ain't giving us nothing, brother. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's why Denji's there in the first place, because without Denji being there, she can't realize that herself, right? And in some ways, Denji has been, in many ways, saving her life, right? So this could just be another reason why she feels indebted to potentially help, like, Denji out in the situation that she's in right now, right? Okay, well, let me go. No, you could be onto something. He could finally allow us to have a good, happy moment. I'd appreciate that. I just don't know if we're actually going to get it. God, he's going to help by being that truth that says, awesome, remember who you are. Because you stepped on me. Again, it's just nice to see that the Bucky reappearance is good. It's here. I appreciate it. It's some good stuff. All right. Overall, for this week's chapter, I'm not going to lie. We talked about this chapter quite a bit. This chapter is pretty good. This is a pretty good chapter. So I'll give this like an 8.5. I get an 8.5. The ideas of what's to come, the sky's the limit. I like where we left this off at. So there's definitely more discussions to be had. So if you have any other extra ideas, even please leave in the comment section below. Toward when this becomes a video, please leave a comment in there, because like if you have any other ideas, we have time. We have time. All right, we're gonna unfortunately have a break next week, so we're gonna have some time to really think about this. There might be some other theories, some other ideas that we can come up with that might be more concrete to potentially what could be going on here. Right, so do that. All right, so 8.5 for me. This is a good chapter. I enjoyed this. Imagine you get a Naruto type meeting with the dead parents. Dang, he said Naruto. No, not even close. All right, freaking Naruto is the king of flashbacks. They are the king of flashbacks. They just can't help themselves. What you talking about? Remember, real Bucky was the friends we made along the way. That is true. That is true. I mean, we made a lot of friends, but they're also all dead. So I mean, but hey, at least you made them. At least you made them. That's the difference here. That's the difference here, right? Yeah, Naruto had flashbacks within flashbacks within flashbacks. I'm not even joking. Naruto had a flashback that went into a Hashirama flashback, and then Hashirama had a flashback within that flashback to go back in time to show you what was going on and how the village was freaking formed. It was flashback inception. It was insane to see this. Cause like, bro, how we get here? I enjoyed it, but how did we get here? But no, Fujimoto does not do any of that. That's not possible. All right, we're good. We're good. He don't really dilly-dally in that kind of situation, which I appreciate. And sometimes it's good to have flashbacks, but you don't have to do it all the time. All right, you know, slow down on this. But hey, I'll be back over on twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster at around like 8:30. So like 2 hours from now. Give me like 2 hours from now. I'll be back on over there. We will be potentially maybe playing a new game. We'll see what happens. Because I just know we're going to be covering Kagurabachi. Because Kagurabachi came out and we're going to be talking about that. So hopefully that's a good chapter as well. But if you guys can y'all give this a like? It helps with the algorithm. It pushes out to more people so we can have more Chainsaw Man best of friendos come up in here and we can talk about Chainsaw Man, all things, everything. You know what I'm saying? Have more theories. And again, I will bring this up. If you have any other ideas, any other theories of the sort, please leave in the comment section below. I want to hear them. I want to know. I want to like dissect this. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, seeing as we have some time now, right, extra time, since there is a week that we're not going to get it, I think I'll take that time to potentially read back on part 2 to where we're at right now, because I feel like I need a refresher, and I think rereading it might be a good time right now to do so. So I might end up doing that to see if there's anything I can catch. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. At least I'm gonna do that. All right. Yeah, it's a very good discussion chapter. Manga part 1 didn't show a flashback. Just told Denji he's a sussy baka. I mean, look, no, there's some flashbacks in there. It's just they're very short. All right, right back at you. Exactly. All right. I think you said right buck at. All right, get this bookie out of here, goddamn. I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, make sure y'all good. Make sure y'all got goddamn water. I will catch you guys in like 2 hours from now. All right. Also, I almost forgot. We have a lot of discussions to talk about when it comes to anime. Before I leave, I want to throw this out here. I've seen so much discourse over on Twitter. It's so bad, and I need to discuss it. And it's about anime and politics, because my God, there are some stupid suckers. Like I'm sorry. Like I can't believe that I'm seeing so many people not understand, like One Piece, for instance, that's a political series. Like it's stupidly a political. They're pirates. Like I don't understand how the heck you don't understand this. But like I said, we have discussions to talk about. I saw that, and there's like 2 other things I ran into that I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we have discussions. All right, look. Also, man, welcome in, and see you later. All right. Watch 3 new animes this week. Ooh, okay. Tell me about it then. All right. See what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, it's gonna be great. I look forward to talking about this. All right. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, people, break out.